Can an iPad Pro replace your laptop? Short answer, no. Friends, I just want to take a second to let you know that this video is sponsored by .tech domains. When you're building your own website, whether it's for yourself, your business, your brand, one of the hardest things to do is find that awesome domain name that is short, relevant, and most importantly, available. Thanks to .tech domains, finding the perfect domain for your website is one less thing to worry about. Programmers, tech startups, brands finally have a domain extension of their own. Startups with over $500 million in funding are using a .tech domain with names like Shadow.tech and Sensei.tech. This is precisely why brands like Intel, Viacom, and even the world's biggest electronics show, CES, are using .tech domains. Black Friday sale coming up. It's the perfect time to secure your domain at 95% off. You can pre-register before November 23rd to get an additional 10% off. Just go to www.go.tech/PHT. That is go.tech/PHT to get your reservation on right now. Since the release of the 2018 iPad Pros, the question of whether or not the iPad could replace your laptop has started to rumble around again. I've had several people ask me in the comments and every place else if I thought the iPad could replace a laptop. So I've been thinking about it. I put my little thinking cap on. I'm thinking about it. I've been putting the new 11-inch iPad through its paces, and let's see what I think. First off, let's get this out of the way. The new iPad Pro certainly has the power to replace a laptop. In benchmarks, it scores better than probably half of Apple's current laptop offerings. It's an incredibly powerful device, and Apple is running circles around their competition. Literally, you can just go out to Cupertino and see this. Circles around the competition. It's a circle. You get what I mean? Okay. Anyway, they're running circles around the competition when it comes to their proprietary chips. Android smartphone chips don't even come close anymore. They don't come close to the last generation of Apple chips. When it comes to an iPad, Intel's chips are getting smoked. So yeah, there's enough power to do just about anything even power users might need. But of course, that's not the whole story. Whether or not you can use your iPad as a laptop replacement depends entirely upon your needs and your willingness to make the switch. If you're looking for something to send email, browse the web, watch some YouTube or other things that you can watch on the internet, do some light productivity like word processing, maybe some presentations, spreadsheets, etc., yes, the iPad can be a laptop replacement. There are tons of musicians out there who use the iPad as a creation device. The touch interface is great for creating beats and interacting in a tactile way with recordings, and I've heard some really incredible stuff that's been recorded start to finish on an iPad. Artists and video editors can also use the iPad for their work as well, and many of them do to great effect, although video editors have to do a little bit more work to get there. There are great apps like LumaFusion that make editing video easy. It's not Final Cut, it's not Premiere, but I've used it several times on my phone and on an iPad, and it works surprisingly well. Now here's the thing, just about anyone can find a way for the iPad Pro to augment their workflow. But when it comes to totally replacing a laptop with a keyboard and a trackpad, mouse support, running a desktop operating system, that's a harder thing to do. Not only does the iPad not have mouse support, it takes an additional investment to get the keyboard. It's $200, and a pencil, that's $130. And the pencil's something that I think most iPad users want, whether they need it or not. That adds almost $350 to the cost of the iPad, which brings it into laptop cost territory, but not with all the features of a laptop. Therein lies the problem. You can migrate all of your workflow over to the iPad. There's a great channel run by a fellow named Christopher Lawley. I think it's called the Unnamed Channel or the Untitled Channel. He does tons and tons of videos on using an iPad as a replacement for everything. You should go over there and check him out if you want to do this. But there's a certain amount of heavy lifting involved to get everything that you do working over in the iOS realm from Mac OS or Windows. Maybe Microsoft had the right idea with the Surface Pro line. They're running their full operating system on there, and it basically is a slab of computer. Then you got your added keyboard and all that stuff. Quality control for those Surface products hasn't been always great, but the fact that you're using the same operating system when you go from desktop to laptop to Surface means that you can have the same experience without having to change anything. You get to use the same applications, the desktop applications, on each of those devices. Now, the iPad has gotten closer. The introduction of USB-C means that it can be more flexible, but at the end of the day, you're still operating on a mobile OS, not the full-fat desktop version of the programs you need or want to use. And while you can connect the iPad to external USB devices, for some reason, you can't just plug a USB storage device into the iPad and access your files. That's another huge drawback. Basically, the only way to get your stuff onto the iPad is to have it saved in the cloud, and that always brings its own issues. iCloud and Google Drive have gotten better over the last several years, but it's still not as fluid as just plugging something into your computer. The other day, I came into my office and I decided I was going to try using my iPad Pro for my work, my actual work. I hadn't been there for more than an hour when I needed to use a couple of programs in the Adobe suite, InCopy and InDesign, and I had to just pull my MacBook Pro right back out. The iPad can definitely be a laptop replacement for someone, but not for me unless I changed everything I do. It's definitely a good secondary device, something to enhance the work that you do, whether you're a visual artist or anybody else. But until the iPad Pro runs a proper operating system, or iOS and macOS come a little bit closer together, there will always be this gap, this uncanny valley of productivity that the iPad just can't cross. I wrote this script on the iPad Pro. I could certainly edit this video there if I wanted to, but I guarantee somewhere along the line there'd be something that's not quite there, and I'd have to go back over to a real computer to fix it. When the iPad runs Mac OS, it will finally have made the transition to laptop replacement. As far as I can tell, that's not likely to happen anytime soon, if at all. So all this talk about replacing laptops with iPads is unfortunately a bunch of baloney, unless you really set out to spend the time and the effort needed to get it done. And not everyone has the time or the savvy to do that. A young person maybe who starts out with an iPad instead of a laptop, that would be the way to make it happen. But for people who are already invested in one system and then would have to change into something else, no, sorry. The iPad can't replace your laptop. Not yet, and maybe not ever.